What's up, guys? Josh here, just coming at you live from Kelly Buick GMC. It's kind of rainy, a little slow, so my managers challenged me this year to reach out to my social media network to help sell cars. And everyone has that person on their wall or their feed, or maybe a couple people that really, I like to say, bugs the you-know-what out of you. And I don't want to be that guy. Of course, I'd love to sell you a car. I'd love to help my friends out, make my managers happy. But, I don't find it effective to just post on my wall, hey, here's this car for $9,999 and it was $15 and it's a great deal. Every car salesman, every salesman, everything's a great deal. And, people just scroll through, and if you do it enough, I feel like you're going to get defriended. And that's the last thing I want. I do view this as a career, but, I view all my friendships and relationships, I put that at a higher standard. So, a little backstory about me. My first job ever, I actually worked at a movie theater. Did some stuff with my daddy, owned his own business, but my first real job where they took taxes out was a movie theater. It was Carmike Cinemas in Allentown. Actually, some of the greatest, moments in my life. We were all the same age, and it was easy, and we got free movies. But through that, I became a huge movie buff. On your break, you could watch a movie for a half hour, kind of sample it, and then come back later with your buddies and see the movie for free. And that was really a huge perk of the job. So pretty much for 3 years, any decent movie out there I saw. And I brought a lot of you, a lot of my friends to see too for free, and we definitely got some free popcorn and along with some other things, some good stories. So, where am I going with this? I just saw the movie Split. Another thing some of you might know is my girlfriend of the last, my ex-girlfriend, we've gone our separate ways. It just wasn't working, on and off fighting. Nothing really bad to say about the girl, but what I did is I turned to what I know. I turned to my friends, and I turned to movies, and I turned to Netflix when I could become single. And so I saw the movie Split. And after the movie, there was like this twist, and I didn't really understand it. And I went online. I was just bored, and I try to keep myself busy, especially newly single, always doing something so I'm not getting those bad thoughts. So I typed in split review, and it actually helped me understand the whole movie. I stumbled upon like 4 or 5 different YouTube channels of people that review movies, and it just, honestly, it made me want to see it again. It did. There was, I don't want to give anything away, but there's a surprise at the end, and I didn't get it that when I first saw it. It just went like this. And because of the review I watched, I went and saw it again the very next night with my best friend Kyle. And so I really was appreciative of that review. So I thought, listen, there's a lot of downtime selling cars. How can I do this? How can I put this all together? And it hit me. Why don't I just make a YouTube channel and review movies, sitting inside a brand new car with my tie, with my name tag, at work, and that way I'm not really spamming people. If you guys want to push play, great. If you don't, you don't have to. And next time you need a car, you'll remember the corny guy reviewing videos or reviewing movies in the car. I think it'll be fun. I filmed my TV show for high school, so I don't mind being in front of the camera, and I love movies, and I think people respect my opinion of movies, because I've seen a lot. I'm pretty honest. I like comedy, I like drama, I like action, I like thrillers, I like horror. So moving forward, let's talk about this movie Split. That's really what this is going to be about. The movie is from M. Night Shyamalan, who has done The Sixth Sense. He has done The Signs. He's done Unbreakable. Those are the good ones, in my opinion. He's also done a couple where it's like, wow, I just wasted, $12, and I never want to see a movie from this guy again. That would probably be The Happening. Lady in the Water, that was really horrible. I remember wanting my money back after that. So he's taking a little time off. He just did the movie The Visit, which I didn't even really hear about. This came out, I believe, last year, and it was one of those, like, I was at a Redbox and saw M. Night Shyamalan, and, $1 for a Redbox, and if anyone's been to Redbox, they know, it's slim pickings, very slim pickings. So I did The Visit just basically on his name and thinking, well, he used to be great. And I watched it. It was pretty good. It was nothing to go right on Facebook about, but I liked it. So moving forward, here we are a year later, and I get a text from my buddy Kyle, who he's pretty much got me into movies. We worked at Carmike together, and he's telling me about this movie Split with James McAvoy, who has done the X-Men franchise, and he's done Wanted, the movie where they can curve a bullet. And so I've seen a couple movies with him. I said, okay, that's a pretty good actor. He also said the girl from The Witch that we liked, Anna Taylor-Joy, who I find very attractive, and she's also a good actress as well. So here I am, freshly single, and this movie, so I said, let's see it. And let me tell you, it was amazing. I have to say amazing, and even the first time I saw it, where I didn't quite get the twist, the second time just made it that much better. The plot of the movie is there's this guy who kidnaps 3 girls, and he has DID, or dissociative identity disorder, or multiple personalities. And you see it in the trailer. You see like 2 of the personalities, and girl gets kidnapped. It's kind of like 10 Cloverfield Lane, or a couple other. There's a movie I just watched with the guy's blind and they try to rob him. I don't know. It's a kidnapping movie, but the twist is this guy. He has 23 personalities, and James McAvoy does amazing. He makes this movie. I can't say that enough. The way he can bounce between these personalities is it's unbelievable. It's acting at its highest level. Really good. The main character, the main girl from The Witch, Anna Taylor-Joy, she is also very good. I think the cool thing about her character is, and I'm sorry, I'm pausing here because I'm trying not to give anything away. There's a lot of layers. This movie you think you know what you're getting. You're getting your typical, okay, the girl's kidnapped and, she has to get out, and it becomes so much more. There's a lot of layers with her character, and throughout the movie, you see flashbacks of her as a child, and you don't really know, why you're seeing these flashbacks, and it all comes together. It really all comes together. Other cool little tidbit about M. Night Shyamalan is he is a filmmaker from Philly. Most of these guys are from Hollywood or California, and it's kind of nice in his movies. He usually, stays around this area. If you remember Signs, that was like in Pennsylvania. And so this movie, actually, the opening scene is in the King of Prussia Mall. And throughout the movie, you can see spots in Philly, and you think, wow, I've been there. It's nice. It's cool. It's different. Living in Pennsylvania my whole life, it's not something you normally see on TV. So if you do, it's kind of cool. So he's from Philly. He makes a cameo in the film, actually. I'll say that. It's not really a spoiler, but it's a quick scene, so you have to really see if you can catch it. If you know what he looks like, he plays like a short little character. Now keep in mind, this is my first one. This is zero cuts. This is live. This is kind of just me talking as if you were right here in the GMC with me, the GMC Sierra. And so we're live, and I'm just kind of rambling, but I just think you really need to see this movie. I don't really know where I'm going to go with this whole podcast thing or YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm going to really dive in, and I'm just going to say, see it or don't. And I really think this is a movie where if you have a girlfriend or, even a bunch of dudes, like a bunch of dudes want to go see a movie, like this is cool. It's not one of those movies where the noise builds up and something jumps out at you and you're on the edge of your seat. It's more like psychological thriller, like, what's going to happen, or could this happen in real life? That kind of scary. Like, this could happen to me. The very first scene in the movie is these girls are getting a ride home from their dad, and the main character, James McAvoy, he you don't really know what happens to the dad that's supposed to drive these girls home, but he jumps in the car and he just sprays some stuff on their face. They pass out, and the next thing they know, they're in some sort of basement and they don't know where they are. And so the movie just picks up right like that, and from that point on, you're just into the movie. That's why I like thrillers. I like psychological thrillers. It's filmed very well. I think it's his best movie since Sixth Sense. That's not exactly saying too much, but for the movies that have been out lately, and anyone who watches movies knows that January is kind of a slow month for movies, because anything that is great, they're going to bring out for Christmas. Christmas is the big movie day, so January movies are usually pretty lacking. But no, this one, I feel like, I don't know why they should have tried to get this out on Christmas. Would have made a lot of money. So yeah, listen, guys, if there's, I don't mind constructive criticism or even criticism at all. I don't really care. I don't know if I'm going to put this on YouTube and then share it to Facebook or just to Facebook. It's really, I'm going to try to do it once a week. I'll probably get better at it every single week. I'll, obviously watch it myself and see what I can do better. I see we're at like 12 minutes right now. I'd probably try to cut that a little. There's a lot of rambling, and obviously I'd explain the situation the first couple minutes. But yeah, so I'd give this movie probably an 8 out of 10. And I don't even know if I can name a 10 out of 10, so that's pretty good. You go see it. Just go see it. Keep an open mind. It has humor. It has parts where you're scared. It has parts where you can't wait to happens next. It's a little on the longer side, but you can't really tell. So definitely plan to be at the theater a little bit. Another little tidbit, me and my friend who work at the theater always know, listen, there's always a half-hour previews, and if you know me, you know I'm always running late, especially if I know I have that little cushion. So always a half-hour previews, every single movie. Maybe you want to see the previews. I usually see them on IMDb before they even hit theaters, so it's not a big deal for me to see the previews. I'm always usually strolling in right as it starts. And I'm kind of proud of myself, too. It's kind of like when the GPS says, it's going to take a half hour. I want to get there in 27 minutes. And for me, it's a challenge to walk into the movie right when it starts. I feel like I accomplished something. I don't know. Through these things, you'll probably learn a little bit about me. And so, yeah, I want to thank my boss, Russ, for letting me do these, while I'm at work. And I guess, the main point is to sell cars. This is like my little twist. So honestly, guys, if you're in the market for a car at all, if you're not happy with your car, give me a text, shoot me a call. I really have a lot of downtime. Not that I don't do anything, but don't feel like a simple question like, hey, what would my payment be on this car? Don't be afraid to send that. I'm not going to bug you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to rip you off. The way my pay plan works is I got to move metal. I got to sell cars. It doesn't matter if I make 5,000 or 500 or lose 500. For me, it's all about getting to that next unit. So I'm kind of on your team. I'm in a rare situation where I just want to sell the car. I don't care if my dealership loses $3,000. It doesn't make a difference to me. I get paid, only when I reach a certain amount, gross or the profit. It doesn't matter. So please, don't be afraid to send me a text or call me. Or message me here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If anyone's been through a breakup, you know that when your phone blows up or doesn't just blow up, but it gets a text at all, you feel good. You feel like you're getting back connected with the world. I'm not too good to hang out with anybody. No, plans, selling a car, I don't care. Let's talk. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about where are we gonna get a drink tonight. Don't care. And yeah, I think that's it. 16 minutes. I commend anyone who watched this full thing. I don't know if I would. I really don't know if I'd watch a 16-minute video. I probably should make it shorter. But this is the raw, uncut, very first episode or installment, and I think it went okay. All right, so yeah, any questions, comments, leave them below. Call me, text me. All right, peace.